If this is the greatest secular bull market in human history, flying cars and trips to effing Mars, why in the world am I 50% cash in my trading account as we speak? And more importantly, is it true? Is it really true? That you could join us for as little as $20 the first 2 months, cancel anytime? The answer to the latter is yeah. In fact, I've been telling you the same thing now for the last few months. It's $20. Cancel anytime. You get an entire 60 days. We average 10 wins a month. We've already had a dozen, including SEGG, in at 53 and change, out at 67 for 25% in the last week. Folks, you ain't going to get this anywhere else. There's a few decent Discords out there, but they only tell you what to buy. They don't tell you when to sell. I literally send you in real time exactly what to buy and exactly when to sell. And had you followed my lead in the last 2.5 going on 3 years, you are 21x on your money. You are 7x plus in the last 8 months alone. Do not miss another dozen wins like the ones we just had in the last 2.5 weeks. It's $20. What do you got to lose? You don't like it on day 59 and a half? Cancel. That's all you're out. It's $20. I do a dozen videos every other day inside the Discord. I've done 6 this morning. I do screen shares. We do chart analysis. I'm about to do one of those on YouTube, but you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not on any other social network. None. And I'm done posting on the YouTube home wall. In other words, no more free information. I will do 2 or 3 YouTube videos a week, but most of my content, at least 90%, is behind closed doors. You will pay me $4.60 a day should you decide to stick with us beyond 3 months. That's not even a fucking cup of coffee. One more time, pin comment after this video. 250 people get access for just $20. First 2 months, cancel anytime. With that said, why the fuck am I 50% cash with the Qs going by at 645 and change? Because we've made so much fucking money. We sold a ton of stock Thursday, Friday, and again today. Trains are leaving the station every half hour. We only trade 7 stocks at any one time. But when you've got stocks popping off 25, 30, 40, 50% in a matter of days, it's no wonder we're carrying a huge amount of cash. Now, as we speak, to be exact, 43% cash, close to 1:30 in the afternoon East Coast time. You want to know what I'm buying next? You want to hitch your wagon to a guy who's only wrong 5% of the fucking time? You know what you need to do at the end of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I did a few videos on YouTube for the public to see where I said it was a bull trap. I did not think we were going to new highs, so I was wrong there. I thought that was going to happen in the second half of the year. But this looks very similar to 2007. Big 9-month rolling top, gigantic 14.5% rally to new highs. But in case you didn't hear me in the last video or two, I do not see the same setup as we did back then. We do not have nearly as much stress in the credit market now as we did in the housing market back then. We got a new guy coming in, assuming they confirm him fairly quickly, who has $100 million equity in crypto portfolio. One of the many things that he said is that there's $38 trillion of home equity that can be tapped if the Fed can lower rates. But the only way they're going to do that, 2 mandates. Inflation's got to come back down towards 2%. It will when this war is over, whether it's now or in the next month or two. And we need to see unemployment continue to tick up. 1/3 of human capital, you may have seen the news today from Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, is at risk of being replaced by 2030. Can you imagine? 1/3 of your friends and family out of work, smoking pot and playing video games a few years from now? While you and me are making a fucking fortune As rates come back down towards zero because we can't afford to pay the interest on the debt, let alone the entitlement programs that will be necessary when we have millions, tens of millions here in the United States out of work. Ladies and gentlemen, in this very short video, don't ask me to fucking change a tire. It'll be an all-day event. There will be no honey-do list, even though I'm single and desperately in need of some loving. Don't be handing me no fucking honey-do list. It ain't gonna happen. There's not a tool belt anywhere to be found in this fucking house. But you say to me, Jason, I need you to make me some money. I need you to dive into the crypto and equity market and tell me exactly what to fucking buy and when to sell. You say that to me, I'll have a raging fucking hard on and I'll go to work and I'll generate, as we've just done, 12 wins in less than 3 weeks. I am one of the best fucking traders in the entire world. I do an enormous amount of training inside the Discord. Several videos every day that never see the light of day on YouTube or anywhere else on social media. In closing, if you want to get rich, if you want to make more money in the stock and crypto market than you ever dreamed possible, I'm your fucking man. And until next time, always remember that I love you, and I'd love to see you join us right now in the pinned comment